Okay. Hey, gang. I hope this works. I'm not super experienced at this. Anyway, this is just a little video to help you get started on the virtual bike ride for Bethany challenge. This is just what I'm sharing here is just what we're going to go through. I'm hoping to do it in 5 or 10 minutes, but I get a little chatty, as most of you know. First thing we're going to do is just show you where to go. We're not tracking this one in a Google Doc. We're going to track it using the app that I wrote with a buddy of mine. And I think you'll find it kind of exciting. But anyway, it's a link to the Tri Club website, and you can get to it through there. Then we're going to go over the registration. This is the most important part, because even though you registered in a Google Doc that Catherine sent, you still have to register. You guys still have to register for the app. You got to basically get a login ID and password to run the app. It's a website that needs a login ID and password. Only ATC members can actually register for it. If you were registered in the, if you did anything in the first challenge, you're already registered, so you just need to log in. And the first time you log in, you got to reset your password, because I don't know what anyone's password is. It's some random thing, because I don't want to know. And people who did not participate in any challenge so far are going to have to register. It's no big deal. It's just like any other website. It takes 2 seconds. And then the folks of you who are not ATC members, I sent you a separate email, but I'll create an ID for you, and then you'll just have to do a login and change your password. So then we'll go through logging in and resetting your password. Then we'll show you how to join a challenge. The challenge is the Bethany virtual bike ride. That's the challenge you will join. Then once you're in a challenge, you have to join a team. You can't post any workouts until you're on a team within the challenge. Then you enter your workouts. You use the dashboard to view this progress of your team and yourself and how you fare against everybody else. Excuse me. The challenge is just really the race across America kind of stuff, but you can post whatever workout you want. Only the bike rides will count as miles towards this particular challenge. The other challenge we did had bike, swim, and run, swim, bike, and run. And then there's some other stuff about, updating your user profile, and I'll show you how to get a little bit of feedback, getting help, and providing feedback to the app. Remember, this app is sort of in beta. This is our first trial of it. I've been working on it for a few months now, and I got a friend of mine to help me with it. And but I would consider it still beta. So I want all the feedback I can get. If something breaks, tell Harold, and he'll tell me. Or you can email using the links on the website. It'll go to info@Atlanta Tri Club. And then some suggested that I show you how to get a fit file. When you create a workout, you can use a fit file or enter the workout. But a few folks suggested that I show people how to download their fit files to their computer so they could upload it to the site, because apparently some people don't know how to do that, which is kind of strikes me for a triathlete. But anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to go into how you get it, and we'll go through these steps. So I'm going to share a different screen here. Bear with me. I assume I could pause this, but I'm not really sure. Stop share, and I can share a different screen. Firefox. Hey, okay, that should work. All right, so the way it works is just go to the Atlanta Tri Club site the way you always do. And then under here, member links, there's the bike challenge for B. So just go ahead and select that, and that will bring you to the Atlanta Triathlon Club Team Challenge website. There's some total stud on the bike and Kona there. I don't know who that is, probably some pro triathlete that can't ride a bike or swim or run anymore. Anyway, so when you get here, you're gonna, this is how you're gonna go through the login and sign up process, okay? And it remembers your login when you log out if you want to, so you don't worry too much about that. So for non-ATC members, okay? Those of you guys know who it is. I sent you an email, Chloe and Kaylo and Megan and Hillary and all of our friends that have moved away and aren't part of the club, but they participate in the challenge but not a member. You just go to login, because by the time this all starts on April 1st, I will have created your user ID. So all you got to do is you go in, the first time you go in, click this little forgot password link, unless you've already done this. When I sign you up, you will actually get this exact same link. So if you do that with the email link that I sent you, you don't have to do it again, obviously, because you'll know your password. Just click forgot password and then reset your password and then come back here. So if you do forgot password, all you do is type your email in here. I'll done that. You say reset my password. What will happen is you will get an email. And actually, I'm not sharing that screen, so I can't show you what it is. But anyway, you'll get an email from a weird no reply at Team ATC challenge website, and click that link, and it'll give you a way. Then you can change your password. Then you just go back to the sign in page. I'm on it. Type in your user ID and password and log in. I'll do that in a second. Okay, for those of you who do not, that were the people who were in the original challenge, there's about 50 of you. Anybody that entered a workout in the Google Doc for Harold for that first challenge that just finished a couple weeks ago, make sure you're going to do the same thing that the non-ATC members are going to do. Since you haven't posted your workouts to here before, you still have to reset your password, but I've already created user IDs for you guys automatically. So using that spreadsheet. So you just got to go in here, do forget password, blah, blah, blah. If you have any trouble, just click the little contact support and it'll send an email to Harold, I guess. It doesn't come to me, but eventually it'll come to me. Anyway, but for those of you who are ATC members who weren't in the first challenge, don't have an ID yet, you can always try this. And if it says you're already registered, then you just go through this again. So you do register now, typical for anyone. So what you do is then you type in your name, type in your email. It's a different email, it's not gonna work. You don't have to put a valid phone number if you don't want it. Passwords just have to match and have to be 6 characters. If you want to see your password, just click the little I and it'll show it to you. And you notice this right here, it says use your ATC member email. When you register, it is going to validate that you are a valid ATC member, and it won't let you register if you're not, because we aren't going to let everybody in the world be in this challenge. It's really for ATC members, and then those who we designate can be part of it too. And the ones we designate, and if you know someone that's not a club member that wants to do it, all they got to do is contact Harold or Tim or Catherine, and we can get them registered through the admin functions. But for any ATC member, you just register yourself. But the important thing is, I know a lot of people have multiple email addresses. Use the email address that is part of your entry in the Atlanta Tri Club, because that's the only one I know about. Okay, if it's wrong, or if you don't know what it is, contact Harold or Tim, and they'll give you what it is. And if you have to change it at that time, fine, change it, and we'll get it all updated. But it is not going to allow you to register if the email that you use in here does not match the one that's in the ATC database. That's just the way we keep track of people. So you'll see when I hit register here, it's going to give you an error. It says you can't register because you're not a valid ATC member, because that's not the email the ATC knows about me. Okay, so you can contact support here, contact support here. So if you have any trouble, this shouldn't be that big a deal, but what do I know? I've been doing this for a long time. I've been working on this app for a long time, so I kind of get it. But anyway, so once you register, you won't have to reset your password because you've just created it. So you just go to the login. You go to the login page, and then you log in. Use your user ID. This is actually mine, valid one, and you do login. Okay. Now, there's a couple of very important things here. Number one, I can go over this cool stuff in a little bit when I get to the dashboard. Let me make sure. Yeah, registering. Okay, so we did registering. You can always reset your password whenever you want. Hopefully that made sense. If it's not clear, I apologize, and give me whatever feedback you want, and I'll redo it and try it again. So the first thing you'll come to is this dashboard. Right now, I'm looking at the data from the first challenge applied to the current challenge just so you can see what it will look like after we've started. But this challenge is over. I just wanted to show you, what it looked like. You can kind of see behind there's a bike, and that shows, in fact, I'll show you later what it does. But essentially, we're going to ride across the United States. We're going to start at Alcatraz. Bethany did that race and loved it. And at Haines City, Bethany did that race and loved it. And then we're going to stop by every North American Ironman race that she did, mainland North America. We're not gonna do the U.S. We're just doing the U.S. mainland. We're not doing Hawaii because we would have to swim, I don't know, pretty far, and that would take a long time. Anyway, that's for the next challenge, I guess. But anyway, there'll be Catherine will be doing posts about each of these milestones that we get to, but we're going to go through every one of the Ironman races in the U.S. that she did, mainland U.S. Okay, so, but the first thing you have to do when you come in here, notice up at the top, the team you're on is up here to the left, okay? The challenge that you're assigned to is up on the right. When I get done here, you'll see that that's not the right one, but everyone is going to be in the same challenge. We're all going to join the challenge called Haines City for Bethany. So the first thing you do when you log in, your page will look blank, okay? And I'll show you that in a second. Click Challenges right here. First thing you want to do is select Join a Challenge, okay? This is the one you want, Haines City for Bethany. This swim, bike, run is already done, so don't sign up for it, okay? I was in that one because I wanted you to see some data. Anyway, select Join, and now it says, okay, now that you're in the challenge, join a team. Right now, it's just Team 1 and Team 2. Don't have names yet. So we'll put names in them by the time this whole thing starts. And just join the team that you're on, that you're assigned to, or that you want to be on. I don't know what the criteria is. Ask Catherine about that. I'm just a lackey tech guy, not a coordinator. Anyway, so now you're on a team, you're in a challenge. See, Challenge Haines City for Bethany and Team 1. Okay, so no one's logged anything yet. Okay, so there's no data. So what you're going to see here is, I'll show you real quickly, that you're going to end up on this page most of the time. This is the dashboard, and I'll show you a little bit more about that later. But when you slide over here, you can contact support. You go to this page. The home page is the dashboard. Activity shows all of your activities. You can see other people's activities too. But I don't like to do too much of that because we get charged by reads. Anyway, no big deal. It's a teeny amount, so don't worry about it. Account is your user profile info and all that kind of stuff. Challenges we were just in. Select which challenge you want to be in. Team, select what team you're on. And then new workout is what you're going to do almost every time you come in here. If you have a workout to do, you go to new workout. I think that was the next thing on my list. Challenges, team, enter workouts. Okay. So there's several ways to get to entering a workout. In fact, I even have an iOS app that I wrote that if any are so inclined and want to help me test it, I can sideload that to your iPhone. I'm not doing Android, I only do iOS. So you can click the little plus button here in the top right corner of the screen. That'll take you there. Or you can go over here, click the new workout button right there. Or if you're on the activities page, there's another button for that. You're going to be there. You're going to want to do it quick. Usually you're just going to get on here, enter your workout, and be done with it. So you can enter your activity. So I'll say sheets bike ride. Type is bike. The only ones that are, again, the only ones that are going to count to this challenge are bikes. But you can enter whatever workout you want. And just, for completeness. Bike ride for 20 miles. I'm slow because I have cancer, so it's going to take me about actually 4 hours to do 20 miles. I don't think I could even go 20 miles right now. So I create a workout, boom. All right, now it's giving me an error because the challenge hasn't started yet, so I can't enter that workout. So I'm going to actually temporarily go into the other workout so you can see. Actually, know what I'll do now. I'm going to go in the other workout so I can show you how to add an activity. I forgot. The challenge hasn't started yet, so you can't put any activities in it. And it won't let you put an activity for a future date because that's most likely an error since you couldn't have done a workout tomorrow already. Anyway, so I'm going to join the original challenge, swim, bike, run. And I'm going to join test team. Okay. Yeah, I just created this team. That's right. Rahul again and Scotty. This was actually the old challenge. And so now I'm going to show you, I'm going to go into activity. I can update my activity. I'm going to change the date of the activity. First thing you do is change the date. Just click on the date up here. And this challenge ends the 22nd. So I'm going to change the date of my activity to March 22nd. Otherwise, it won't take it. Soak sheets ride. Type is bike. Distance is 10 miles. Duration 5 hours. And slow as dirt. Okay. Create the workout. Then that workout is posted, and it shows up in your on the dashboard, and you can see my team now. I'm the only one on it right now because it's a test team. Has 110 miles, and you probably didn't notice, but it moved the bike a little bit over here. That's me, test team. Okay. Or when you enter a workout, you can upload a fit file. Okay. So basically, you go get your fit file. Hopefully I've got some on this. If I don't, yeah, here we go. Here's a fit file. You just find the fit file on your computer, say open, and it populates all these fields for you. And it hasn't saved it yet because I want you to, put in a better activity name, or you don't have to. You can leave it if you want, but at least review it. And this was June 29th, the activity, so that's not going to work because it was before the challenge started. So I'm going to fake like let's see, June, May, June, July, August, September, October, December, January. We'll say it's January 1st. Actually, that was after I got cancer, so I think it started December. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Jesus, I can't be one believer. January 2nd. So then I'm going to say I went, 500 miles, and it only took me an hour, 0.53. The nice thing about uploading a fit file is I can save all the other data in the fit file, like the normalized power and IF and average speed and all that crap, in case we want to use it later. But for now, I'm just kind of throwing that away, but I could get at it. But I don't want people to have to type that crap in. You don't need to select miles or yards. If you're doing a swim, it'll get put yards. And if you're doing a bike or run, it'll do miles. But again, in this case, we're just doing bike. So you hit create. That posts the workout, sends you back to this page, and you can see my bike is now up here in Oregon somewhere. Okay. So really, that's the main thing you're going to do is you're going to get logged on, get registered. That's going to cause the most consternation to people. So don't worry about it. If you have trouble, we'll deal with it right away. It shouldn't really be that bad, but you're going to do that most of the time. Then let's see the other thing I wanted to show you. Then now, if you want to see your activities, just go. There's several ways you can do it. On the dashboard here, you can see your activities down here. And this one here, let me move this one up. You could drag and drop these things on the screen and rearrange them. Like for example, Bethany challenge, the map's probably going to be most people's on there. You can move these things around. But down here on the dashboard, it's got it'll be your activities, whoever's logged on. They'll have the leaderboard for the team, points by team. This is from the old challenge, but these are still valid. We're not using them. The idea of this challenge is just to ride across America, but those things are still being tracked, which is really nice. So you can either click right here, you can click my activities, and it'll bring you to all your activities. Or if you want to, you can just hit it from here. This is where you get to your activities from there. And again, mind what team you're on and what challenge you're in right here, because it matters. So in here, you can filter your activities by swim, bike, run. You can even actually look at everybody's activities that's on your team. Okay, my team isn't very big because it was a fake team, and I don't want to screw up the challenge. And or you can get everybody's activities, and it shows all the people's activities. You can't mess with theirs, okay, but you can mess with your own. So when you get to one that's your own, it's got a little me icon down here. That's yours. So if you click on the down arrow on that one, you can edit the activity or delete it. So if you edit it, it just brings you back to there. So let's go back to activities. And anyway, so you can always, for yours, you can edit it and delete them. Okay. For everyone else's, you can't, but you can, when you view everybody else's, you can look for swim, bike, run by clicking these up here. It's kind of similar to the Garmin website, but not as extensive, obviously. And it gives you about 100 at a time before, because I don't want to, get every record in the whole database. And if you want to see more, you just say load more down here, and it'll give you another 100 records. Okay, so that's how you look at the activities. That's how you enter an activity. If you need support, you can always go over here and say contact support, and it'll just pop up an email. Whatever you want, you can if it's a bug, do a screenshot of it, send that, or if it's a suggestion or enhancement that you want. I don't really care at this point. We're just trying to make it better and more fun for everybody. That's really the whole purpose of everything here. I don't know. I'm not super thick-skinned, so just be gentle and nice when you find problems, because I've been working pretty hard on it. I know it's not perfect though. You can create a new activity from here as well. You see the little plus new activity up here. And if you want to export it to a spreadsheet, you can export a CSV, comma delimited file, and you can get it down or whatever you want. Okay, so now I think, I showed you the activities, but I'm going to go over the dashboard just a teeny bit more. Now let me do the profile first because it's lame. The profile just allows you to change your name. Eventually, I'm going to have it where you can upload your photo if you want. So don't put a photo URL in because it doesn't even work. That's for future. You can pick which team you're on in here. You can't change your email, but you can change the way you want your name displayed. It'd be nice if everyone kind of used their real name, Sorry, Sprinkles. You can pass your change in here. You can change your password in here as well. Just your standard minimal user profile stuff. The key to everything is really the dashboard. And if you like to look at data like I do and some other folks do, this is where you're going to be spending most of your time. You notice when you're in here, there's a whole bunch of widgets on the screen. This map here is a widget of its own. You can zoom in and zoom out and pan on it, just like you would expect from any Google Doc. It shows you can click on, who that is, where they are. Someone over down there is done. Okay. And then you can click on the milestones to see where they were. In this particular challenge, what we're doing is we start at Escape from Alcatraz and then end at Haines City, but we go through her Ironman races. So we got Coeur d'Alene, St. George, Texas, Wisconsin, Louisville, Chattanooga, Panama City, Ironman, Florida, and then finally we get to Haines City. So I think it's really fun. It's going to be kind of a fun challenge. These, if some of these things have a lot of items on them, if there's more, some of these I cut off because I don't want to stress the system, but you can always resize these things. You can, there's minimum size so you don't screw it all up. You can resize. Some of the ones that are fun to resize are like this bubble chart. It's not really interesting. When it's really wide, it's a little bit easier. The bubble chart shows you every single workout basically and how many points you got for it. You can look through all these different charts and graphs, and we're going to be adding more as people request them, but some of the important ones are near the top: the team leaderboard, the individual leaderboard, and then for this challenge, it's only doing bike. These again are doing bike, swim, bike, run. So you can move them around, you can resize them, and it should, in most cases, even when you log out and log back in, it will save the state. But if you switch browsers, I mean, it's in local storage. So if you switch browsers, it's not going to remember the things you moved, how you move things around on the dashboard. So don't freak out about that. But it's pretty easy to move things around. So if you're kind of focused on a team challenge or individual, you can move some of these around like up here. This is kind of how it was in the first challenge. No one really saw it because nobody used it, but this is kind of how I had it set up for that, because this is what people are looking at. The other thing you'll notice on this page real quickly is, so much for the 5 minutes, is if it has a little launch thing here, it'll send you to more detail information on this. And in this case, the leaderboard here, if you click on this, it'll give you It's basically that results chart that Harold did for everyone every week. And it's obviously it's up to the second with what the latest activities that are being entered. In fact, it'll change on the fly if someone enters one while you're looking at the screen. So I think actually, no, the dashboard does. I don't know if this one does. So anyway, this just gives you more detail. So if you see a little icon in the top corner, you can click it and see what it does. Okay, it'll just give you more detail. Sometimes it'll go to the activities. Sometimes it'll go to a detailed page like that. I'm gonna put this one back up here. So now back to where we started is everybody is gonna join this challenge. Everyone is in this challenge. If it doesn't say challenge Haines City for Bethany up here, you're not in the right challenge. And then every time you switch challenges, you got to join a team. I know I can fix that later, but that's the way it is now because teams are part of a challenge, not part of the whole group. So when you switch a challenge, you gotta pick which team in that challenge that you're in, and I can't possibly know that. Okay, so you're going to log on. You're going to select a challenge, select a team, and then enter your workouts, and then fiddle around on the dashboard looking for things. So anyway, you can stop watching here if you don't want, if you kind of don't want to keep watching. That's kind of the guts of the app that we're using to track all this stuff. Feel free to send questions. And if I have to do a kind of a live webinar, I'm not going to be able to do it until late next week though, because I got chemo on Monday and I'll be kind of out of it for a few days. Anyway, but I could do it if there turns out there's a lot of questions and all that. We could do a webinar or whatever. But send your questions to Harold or Tim, and they'll forward the ones that matter to me, and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do now is just show you how you get your fit files from Garmin or from Strava, because a few folks had suggested that people didn't know how to do that and they want to. And okay, don't put a feature request in there for integrating it with Strava because it's already there. I've got that feature in the list and I'm planning on working on it. But there's other things that are more pressing just to make sure the thing works and doesn't blow up. And we'll see when everybody gets on it, how well it does. I have a feeling that's what I'm going to be working on. But anyway, I will eventually get it integrated with Strava so you can set it up to automatically sync your workouts from Strava to here. But that, it's a non-trivial amount of work, and I'll do that, but there's other things that are kind of higher priority. I guess you can ask for it again, but the issue is already out there. So to get a fit file from Garmin Connect, you go to Garmin Connect, you find your workout. Okay, I assume you know how to get to a workout in Garmin Connect. I guess I'll start there. I'll go on mine. I had one picked out. You go to your dashboard. You can go to the activities page. They have one too. That's kind of similar, isn't it? And then you go to the workout, click on the workout to get there. When you get on this page that has all your workout, all you do for Garmin is this over here. You click the little gear icon and you say export original. Not TCX or GPX, do original because that's the fit file. Original is the fit file. It downloads it as a zip. So you'll have to unzip it unless, in my case, I have my Mac automatically unzip zip files when they get downloaded. So that puts a fit file in your folder. I guess I did that one the last time. So now I have a fit file, and you can upload that. Actually, it better be renamed. It needs to have the name of. It has to end in .fit, or I don't let you upload it. Oh, there's this one already there. Anyway, it's as simple as that to get your fit file. Your watch, it probably automatically sends it up here, whether you know it or not. Your workout is probably already up here if you have a Garmin device. If it's not, you just have to tell it to do that. Okay, that's out of the scope of this though. So, and when you get that fit file, if you don't want to enter it again, just upload the fit file to the app. And I know that's an extra step. And there's yet again one more place that you got to put a workout. But if you want to be part of the challenge, it's a step that you got to take. And again, I'll get Strava integrated here eventually. Then, okay, if you want to get your fit file from Strava, it used to be really difficult, but they've made it a lot easier now. You go to your workout in Strava, you click on your workout. Here's just a trainer ride, I guess, that I had. And you click see the little ellipses down here, the 3 little circles. You click that for actions, and all you got to do is say export original. Does the same thing. It takes your file and saves it to wherever you want to save it. Now your fit file is on your computer, and then you can go back in and go to add an activity over here, upload the fit file, boom, just like that. It's just that friggin' simple. Okay. So, yeah, you got to change the date. If it's a valid workout within the range of the challenge, you're not going to ever have that issue. Typically, any error that you have when you're doing something on this site, I try and put it above up here and, less. I try not to have obscene colors and all that kind of stuff, but user interface isn't really my thing. So I'm doing the best I can. But anyway, if there's an error, I try and tell you what that error is up here. Some of the errors might be really cryptic because I've got codes and stuff in there, because otherwise I won't be able to track down the problem if you send it to me. But if you do have an error that you don't understand, just copy and paste it from here. And then it will be a lot easier for me to track down if there's an issue or a feature or whatever. So anyway, I think that's everything that I wanted to do. If you want to get help, you can, Harold is the main contact point for this. So I'm assuming you all know how to get in touch with him, or you can get in touch with him by clicking the contact support over here, or you can, some of the pages have that same link on them just to kind of put it in your face. And that's really the end of it. Sorry it's taken so long, but let me see if I can stop this. Stop. End meeting.